Hey Cancer, I'm going to be doing your monthly forecast for February 2019 for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And I'm using 3 different decks today. You know, gotta spunk it up. Anyway, I'm just like switching it up for how I'm going to do like each reading. So I got 2 tarot decks and 1 oracle deck. We got the Spirit Song Tarot that works through animals, the Goddess Oracle deck, and then I also just got this Ethereal Visions Traditional Tarot deck. I really love the artwork. It's just really beautiful. It's my newest deck, and I'm just really enjoying it so far, so I wanted to share with that deck. Before we begin, I shall start with an energy clearing. Alright, so I'll start with this first deck. So to just set some intentions for what you're envisioning for this month in February, take a nice deep breath as I shuffle and put your energy into the cards for Cancer. All right. Okay. And then the Goddess Oracle. All right. Let's start. Okay, so where you're going to be at for this month in February, we have a reversed 8 of Swords. Okay, give me a moment to reflect over this card. So I feel like you're coming into this following month releasing a lot of tension, and learning to accept like where you're at. You're being accountable with the situation you're in, and you're discovering there are just some things that are no longer helping you. It's kind of tying you up, holding you back, constricting you, and you're just kind of like, all right, I'm really ready to release this, but you might have a difficult time like releasing whatever is kind of keeping you stuck. Because as you can see, like this woman, she's all tied up and she's having a hard time, you know, getting herself free from this bondage. But at the same time, like the way she's tied up, she can like loosen up her, you know, bonds and free herself, but she has a hard time seeing that because she's blindfolded. And I feel like maybe whatever you're trying to release, you're having a hard time maybe realizing that you have the power within you to really release and let go what is holding you down. and discovering that there's so much within you that can, you know, really take your power and do something incredible with it. And just like being accountable for your actions in that way, I feel is just very, very important. I'll get deeper into it once I pick the next card. So your inner focus, we have a reverse the moon. So, give me a moment. So I think you are confused about, you know, your situation, and I think you're a bit frustrated. I think you're confused about how to go about releasing what's keeping you stuck in this situation, whatever it is. And I think you're getting frustrated about it. You're not happy with how certain things in your life have been holding you down and holding you back from making progress. And maybe you're in this disbelief that you can really get out of this like rut that maybe you've been stuck in. And that's kind of where you're confused about, you know, what are the next steps, because the moon is like confusion, illusion in your emotions, in your mind. It can be very deceptive and like really revealing the truth of something, because there's just so much confusion at play about how to really move along and move forward and where you're at. And since in moon is for your sign, Cancers are ruled by their emotions by the moon. And so maybe your emotions have been, maybe you feel like you're in muddy waters with your emotions right now, and you're having a hard time seeing clearly what you really need to do for yourself to make yourself feel better. And maybe that's where the disbelief comes in of like, oh, I don't know how to make myself happy. I'm kind of frustrated and confused with how I'm feeling, with where I'm at in life, and I don't know how to make it more clear and easier and, you know, happier for myself, because, you know, maybe you just haven't found that clarity yet, but you're seeking to find it. It's just, I don't think you fully have allowed yourself to really get to that point quite yet. I think there's something within you that's really holding you back and holding you down, in your mind and in your emotions. That's really, you know, what's causing all this muddying of the waters. But, you know, to really understand that even if things don't seem clear right now, they will get clear, and they will eventually give you a sign of what is meant for you. I mean, this whole reading's kind of coming up to help you get clear, right? It's all about what you're going to allow yourself to see, and then what you're going to allow yourself to release and let go of to help yourself get clear on how to make your situation better. And then the outer focus, we have the Nine of Wands. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, swords are air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then the wands are fire signs. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. So I think for your outer focus, you know, I think the main thing for you to be focusing on is having hope and persisting to make your life, to put your life in a better situation, to have the courage to do that and the determination to turn things around for yourself and make things happen. Because if you keep staying stuck and feeling like you are stuck, like that you can't get out, even though you have the power to, if you just let yourself see that, then you can start making strides forward in, you know, making things easier on you. Because, you know, you kind of have to take the power back in your hands, like how this guy has the wand in his hands and he's like ready to use his strength in that. And, you know, you have to have the courage to really stand up for your own being, for your own well-being, to do something that's going to make your life tremendously, you know, more enjoyable, and less like confusing and stuck and frustrating because maybe you're just really not happy with how you've been feeling and where you're at. But you really do have to be persistent and being determined and having the courage to really like create something for yourself that is going to free you up from these constraints and really like give you the inspiration to find the motivation, you know, to reach that area of happiness that you're trying to fulfill, whatever it is. You have to be hopeful in that pursuit, because if you keep staying stuck in this negative energy in your emotions and maybe in your thoughts, it's gonna be a lot more difficult for you to get out and make the progress that you need to make. So that's what I'm receiving on that. The way for you to thrive this month, we have the Knight of Cups. Cups are water signs: Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So this could be you, Cancer, you know, because this is connected to the water signs. I feel like the best way for you to thrive this month is making advancement in your life and doing things that fulfill you and inspire you, which can then bring healing to the situation that's been causing you a lot of trouble in your emotions, it seems like, and maybe in your thoughts and just in your physical reality. You have to be like a knight, you know, you have to have the courage to go for what you want and really stay set on what you want to do, but also shield yourself, like how he's wearing his armor, from anything that's gonna harm you and, you know, bring you down and hurt you, and then to like use that armor to protect you from that, and then to work within and heal those areas that you have had a hard time dealing with. I think that's going to be really important for you, so then you can advance and grow and then finally get the inspiration to go do something for yourself that's going to bring you inner fulfillment. Because if you're not happy, you have to switch something within you and in your life to finally reach that state of happiness. But only you can create that, Cancer. Nobody can do that for you. Even if there have been people giving you a hard time, you still have to have the will in you to do something about it and make the change that's going to make you feel better within yourself, instead of just in a place of just discontentment and frustration and feeling stuck and being confused in that. So, yeah. And then the struggle we have for this month, we have a reverse 10 of Wands. Okay. So I think the struggle for you this month is avoiding the work that you know you need to do within and physically to make things better for you to reach that place of fulfillment. I think you're having a hard time understanding that because maybe there is a little bit of immaturity. There's a little bit of, oh, like, do I really have to do all this to, like, have all that? Like, can I just, like, kind of, you know, put it off? Can I just put it off for now? I want to just focus on something else. I don't want to focus on the work that I'm going to have to do. I think that's kind of what it is. Like, you don't want to face the hard work that it's going to take to get yourself out of this rut that you're in. You're kind of just like, putting it off. But then that's where you're feeling stuck, and you're the one keeping yourself stuck and confused about, you know, the whole matter in your situation. And, you know, yes, it's going to be heavy, and it's going to take a lot of sweat and work because this guy's carrying a heavy load on his back. That could be you. But in order to release this heavy load, you got to, like, do the work to get to where you need to go and then release all of it. And you'll be really relieved when you finally do get to the place where you want to be after doing all the work. And your life will become more simplified once you do. But if you keep avoiding the hard work that is needed then you're just going to continue to be stuck and discontent and just confused about how to get yourself out of the situation you've been in. And, you know, as long as you can just see that and like see it more for your benefit in a positive way instead of like, ugh, negative, I don't want to deal with that, then this whole like cycle can be a lot smoother for you as long as you're just willing to see it in a whole different perspective. That's really what I'm getting from that. Because you have to do the work, Cancer, if you really want to like move forward and be happy. Like, you can't just keep doing things in the same old way, like especially if it's not giving you anything and it's just keeping you stuck. You really gotta like step it up and really like become like the stronger version of yourself that is gonna make things happen for you in a way that brings you happiness. So, and I know this is like coming off as a hard reading, but I think it's really to just give you the motivation to make some changes for your better. So the advice I'm getting for you, we have Irene, peace. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. Yes, so I'm going to read this and then I'm going to also share how I feel about this card. All right. Hold on. Where is it? Here we go. Even though appearances may seem chaotic, I assure you that a higher plan is in action. This all-loving power is carrying and supporting you completely. Relax into the arms of divine love and breathe away all cares, concerns, and worries. Put your focus into enjoying and appreciating each blessing. Your gratitude helps you attract even more blessings into your life. Give your cares and worries to heaven. Pray, meditate, engage in peace-enhancing activities such as yoga, sea salt baths, massage, naps, music, playfulness, and the like. Yeah, so Cancer, the best advice right now for you, exactly what I was saying, is to stop worrying about your situation and how you're going to make it better. And, you know, and just believing that things will work out for you, Cancer. They really will. You just have to be willing to do the work and, you know, things will play out great for you. But you have to be engaged in your life and make peace with where you're at with yourself. Even if right now you're in a negative place, make peace with that. Be compassionate towards yourself and nurture yourself and know, like, hey, this is a process. This is a process that takes time and effort, but you know what? I'm human and, you know, we all make mistakes and we all go through hard times, but we all have to put in the work to get ourselves out of these difficult times that we get stuck in sometimes. And if you can just like make peace with that and really surrender your worries, you know, to the higher source and really just like be caring enough with yourself to nurture yourself in ways where you've really needed it, especially since I feel like you have been needing a lot of healing. And the best way to do that is to really just accept yourself with where you're at and then do the things that nourish you, you know, to help you feel better, which then gives you the inspiration and the motivation to move forward and make progress in your situation. And then the lesson for this month, we have a reversed shaman, divine wisdom, spiritual power, and it's the eagle. So I'm going to read this card to you as well for the lesson of the month. Okay. Eagle is the courageous collector of spiritual knowledge. He holds the ability to reconnect to higher spirit teachers. Rising above and beyond the material world, Eagle thrives in the realm of spirit, yet remains fixed in the realm of earth. He's sharp-sighted and signifies rational thought. Moving gracefully through skies, Eagle will teach you how to conserve and use your own energy wisely. He demonstrates that you can still remain grounded while soaring toward divine wisdom. Eagle will assist you in refining your own spiritual power, which will increase your ability to rise above any challenge. By changing your approach, a better dynamic will emerge. Break free from traditional structure to find what will serve your higher good. Poor advice, keywords, poor advice, narrow-mindedness, wrong course of action, restriction. Yeah, see, this completely connects with this card. See how this woman is restricted, and she is seriously like in a situation where she really needs to break free from the binds and the structure that she's in to finally reach a higher place of good. And that is seriously the main lesson for you, Cancer. You have to get out of this narrow-mindedness that has kept you stuck and believing in things that are not helping you make progress and are keeping you confused and, you know, it's keeping you confused and stuck in muddy waters and, you know, in the situation that you're in, and you're not taking the right action by allowing yourself to stay in that. It's just poor advice you're giving yourself that you're accepting. You really have to seriously like approach your situation in a whole new, better way that will help you emerge out of this, you know, sticky situation you've put yourself in, and will serve for your higher good. And just knowing when you do that, you can increase your ability to rise above any of the challenges you've been dealing with. But you have to reconnect with your spiritual strength to rise above all this kind of sticky energy. And once you do, like how should I put it? You'll kind of push all that stuff away from you. It'll all just kind of naturally fall away from you once you realize like your potential and your power and your strength to make that possible. It's just all about how you see it, how you go about it in your decision making and your actions, and you know what you're going to surround yourself with in the process. Because you could also be sticking around people that are keeping you stuck in this kind of way of life that is not helping you. And if you're choosing to be around people like that as well, you really need to take space from those kind of holds, from that kind of energy from people, and really find something more fulfilling for yourself that's going to help you grow and not keep you, like I said, stuck and restricted from making progress. And to not take poor advice from people either, if they're giving you advice that isn't helping you, you know, succeed in the areas that you need to put work in. Just really pay attention to that, Cancer, and then once you do, like, you will soar ahead, and you will like become wiser from the situation, and you will reconnect with your spiritual strength. You just have to have the will in you to see it and then face it, and then once you can, then you can make the progress in your life to then find that area of fulfillment within yourself and attracting the things you really want. All right, Cancer. Well, that is all I'm getting for you. Wow, I know, I'm sorry, that was a bit of an intense reading, but I know it was serving you for your highest good, as hard as it could have been to receive. Either way, you can handle this, you can do this, and just believe in yourself to make some really powerful changes for your better. So, it's all on you, Cancer. It's all on you. All right, well, that's all I'm going to have for you today. If you want to do a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can go to the description link box below and go to my Instagram, Mystic Yasmin, and you can send me a message. Other than that, Cancer, have a blessed day, and until next time.